What's up, all you beautiful, gorgeous, sexy people out there? So as you can tell, quick disclaimer guys, this is not actual footage of Joe Montana 16. Of course it's not, because there is no gameplay footage of it right now. This is just some 49ers gameplay, because Joe Montana is a 49er legend. He's legendary. But this is some 49ers gameplay with the new community share rosters that I just downloaded, the most recent rosters that I could get up that has the rookies and the new free agent, all that stuff. So I just threw that together, threw some gameplay in there against the computer. That's all that is in the background, so enjoy that. But guys, Joe Montana 16 is kind of caught in between. It's confirmed, it's not confirmed. We don't know what's going on right now, but as you can tell, it is going to be a football game. That's right, we have a much needed new football game that could be released as soon as this year. It's so freaking exciting because I want a new game. We need a new football game. I talked about it last week in a video. We need a new football game, a new simulator game to take on Madden, to possibly dethrone Madden. So what's going on is EA has the license for the NFL, all the rights, all that stuff. No third party can create a Madden or an NFL game. They're not allowed. They can't use any of the NFL logos, any of the NFL teams. I don't even think they're really allowed to use the players or anything like that. So what is going on right now, and the rumor is that 2K is partnered with Microsoft to bring an exclusive deal to the Xbox of a new football game entitled, obviously, Joe Montana 16. Now, Joe Montana has been releasing tweets like hinting at it. There's also a screenshot that you see as the thumbnail to this video is some actual screenshot of the game. So it is in development. We don't know who's developing it. We don't know who the publisher is. We don't know any of that stuff, but we do know that there is a game in development by someone, somewhere out there. There's gonna be a new game. Now, as far as it goes, I think it's using the Unreal Engine, and the word on the street in the hood is that this game is actually far and away better graphically, gameplay-wise, mechanic-wise than what Madden is. And to me, that tells me one thing, and I'm hoping that this is true, that 2K Sports, the team that brought you, or maybe not the team that brought you, but the company that gives you 2K Basketball is developing another football game. They had 2K5 way back in the day, one of the most well-known football games of all time, thought to be one of the best football games of all time. So if they're developing a new football game, that's big for us. That's big for Madden fans. That's big for 2K fans. 2K has had a hold on the basketball market for some time now. And of course, in America, here in the States, football is huge. Football is the biggest sport. So for them not to be able to produce a football game, whether that be NCAA or whether that be an NFL game, is huge. They want to tap into that market. Who wouldn't want to tap into that market? Because you could take and steal all these Madden fans that have no choice but to come out for Madden year in and year out, because there's no other football simulator. Now, as far as that, there's some things that I think 2K could do. If they are the ones producing that, they can strip and take away from their basketball series and sort of bring it into the football realm. First off, 2K is best, they have my GM and all that stuff in basketball, but they do an excellent job in my career. They create a storyline around it. They do all of that stuff and, create a story for your own character. Madden doesn't do that. Madden just throws you in and says, alright, here you go. This is your story. There's no story to it, actually. Here you go. You're drafted. You're on this team. You can start right away. There's no story behind it. Well, with basketball, 2K Basketball, they put a story behind it. They connect you to your character through the highs, through the lows. You're connected to your character. So if they do bring that sort of my career mentality to a Joe Montana football game, that would be awesome. That would be great. That would be something that is desperately needed. That would be something that fans would look for when buying and purchasing a football game. But as I said, they're not going to be able to probably use any of the licenses for the NFL. But as you guys well know, Xbox and the NFL have some sort of agreement where the Xbox is promoted for NFL stuff and vice versa. So it goes back and forth. Xbox is sort of, I guess, technically the platform for the NFL, which means there could be, because the EA agreement, from what I understand it, is no third party can publish it, but it can't be an exclusive. So if this Joe Montana rumor is true and it does come out, it's only going to be for the Xbox One, probably the Xbox 360, and maybe PC, probably, it depends. But if it does come out on PC, there's some things you can expect the mod community to just rip it apart and bring in, create different teams, create NFL teams, actual NFL teams, and work their way around that. So if they do bring it to the PC, that's probably going to happen. one thing I really want them to do, if this is true, this rumor is true, is I really want them, something that NBA does or the NBA 2K series does, is they let you import a draft class that is coming from community files. And I've never understood why Madden never did that. One thing I love is drafting and taking the time to work my way around and work and plan out an NFL draft or a draft class, one that's legit, one that incorporates real players. So if they take that model that 2K basketball has and bring it into a Madden series, you'd be able to draft from community files because it wouldn't be taking, you know, the licensing or the rights or the likeness of these NCAA football players, but you'd be able to incorporate them and draft them into a football game. You know, that's just some aesthetic stuff. That's just some stuff, you know, not really related to gameplay. But 2K, please, you have some stuff. You have the opportunity here. If you are producing a football game, you can make some stuff with Madden. And go back and look at all the complaints about Madden. First off, the AI in Madden is terrible. The offensive linemen, the blocking schemes in Madden are terrible. They're horrible. They don't really work out unless, you know, you're an all Madden CPU computer. That's the only time your blocking schemes really work. The AI is terrible. You know, it seems like we have the same problems every year, year in and year out, where a computer player, a computer quarterback, seems to be, no matter what they are, no matter what they're rated, seems to be Joe Montana, seems to be Peyton Manning, seems to be Tom Brady out there, no matter what they're rating. I want the ratings to matter. I want the ratings of their speed. I want the ratings of their power, their strength. I want that all to matter in this new game if this new game comes out. So if you take that NCAA mentality and put that into your game to where you can draft people, you know, you do the My Career Story mode. You obviously are going to have to do a franchise sort of mode, but I don't know how you're going to do that. Maybe work in some teams or try to figure out some new teams. There's obviously going to be no connection as far as if there's no license agreement, if there's no actual real life teams in there. But if that happens, you know, you can always make believe or whatever. But this has the opportunity and the chance, guys, to be a great game and something that's desperately needed. We need this to take away from Madden. We need this to push the Madden and EA Sports series, and that way we can make it better. So I'm really excited for this. I'm hoping this is true. I'm hoping they do come out with it. I believe in the article it says possibly coming around and will be released around the time Madden comes out, so probably in August, maybe early September, somewhere in that time frame, before the NFL season starts, where you can capitalize on that momentum. Now, the one thing about this is that they're probably going to be announcing it. If it is true and if it is coming out soon, they're probably going to be announcing it at E3 coming up in June, which is going to be huge. Everyone's probably going to be staying tuned, or obviously it's E3, so people are going to be tuned into that. I know I'm going to be tuned into it on Twitch or wherever I can watch it, just so I can see if this is actually true and they are bringing a new football game, because that, you know, that may sell some Xbox units. If there's a new football game, we haven't had that in probably like 10 years or so, maybe a little bit less, but around that 10-year mark is the last time we had a 2K football game. And Joe Montana has the opportunity, as I've said, to steal some thunder away from Madden, because we're desperate. We're desperate here. Watch this. You ready? Just watch this one time. I'm going to say about the gameplay. Whoop! Get out of here. Colin Kaepernick with the juke move. But there's obviously a lot of stuff that 2K needs to do. You know, they need to improve the graphics. They need to keep improving. Just do better than Madden graphically. Create an atmosphere. Create a game that, you know, immerses you in the atmosphere. 2K doesn't, or EA doesn't really do a great job of that. I mean, yeah, you have great big stadiums. Yeah, you know, you've improved graphically. But to me, guys, you're really slacking, EA. You've been slacking for the past 10 years or longer. Ever since you bought out that NFL license, you've just been steadily going downhill. You've been accepting your mediocrity. You've been accepting the sales because nobody else could buy any other football game. And hopefully now we have a challenger stepping up to the plate, stepping up to take on EA, to take them on. Maybe challenge them a bit more. Maybe make them bring out, you know, some stuff they haven't done before. And if Joe Montana, if they do improve and keep improving, and the NFL sees that, we could have a new franchise on our hands on all platforms. If you can take your engine and people will buy into it, people, you know, take the time to spend the money on it, even though there's no NFL license to it, that's going to be big. That's going to be monumental. That's going to show the NFL and show people like, hey, you know, they can make a great football game. They can make a game better than Madden, and people are going to buy it. People are going to want that game. If you do that, especially in the United States, you're going to be getting sales away from EA, and hopefully we can take away that freaking license they've had a gridlock on. So anyways, guys, I'm so excited. I'm so pumped up. I'm hoping this comes out and this is true. I might have to buy an Xbox just to be able to play this game. So anyways, guys, that's going to end it for me. Stay frosty. And remember, I love you. Tell me what you think down below, by the way.
Bill, before we go, how about a little chat?